another problem that we are trying, seriously, sincerely, to put the Muslim Ummah back on track. And it is clear for everybody that really the situation in the Muslim world is poor, and they are just consumers, not participating in world, development of civilization. Looking back, we were at the top, and now we are almost at the bottom. And we react, by looking into other worldviews and adopt it. You follow them in whatever they do, and clearly, almost now 2 to 3 centuries, and we failed really to develop, to improve. And we have to understand this phenomena. If a medical doctor just react to, just a complaint, so the result is he's not dealing really with the real cause of the sickness the patient has. So here it is important that you don't deal with the with the appearance or with the immediate symptoms. You have to go far to understand what caused all this and how it developed. And this is practically what the good medical doctor will do. They have to know the history of the person, so he can really find out in which way to deal with this. And one example also for this, if a medical doctor, having malaria, if he's going just to treat that person, it will not only that one, after that it will come hundreds, even thousands, because you have to go to the thing causing this malaria, and that is he go to the water and clean it. Otherwise, people will drink from that water, and they get sick and more sick, and endless problem. So here it's still, we have to apply to the Muslim mind. Now, that means we have to study from the very beginning the history of the Muslim mind. It was at the top. They were nation. They are simple, they have very little in Arabia. And the number is not that really big. It couldn't be the 10,000 of Aus and Khazraj, and the whole tribe joined at not more 100,000. Persia, the Roman Emperor, they did not accept this Muslim state or Muslim people, and they aggress against them, did not allow them, they persecute them. So the Muslim has to defend themselves. This is their human rights. So they were able to, even to demolish the Persian Empire, also to, in Syria and big part, the Asian part of the Roman Empire was, taken over by the Muslim state. They have made history, change civilization, build a new civilization. With that, very little of barley and honey and water, and that's all what they have at that time. Now we are, the whole Ummah, as I said, maybe 100,000, 200,000. Now we are 1.5 billion, going toward 2 billions, and we are nothing. We are not anymore leading in civilization, having serious attitude toward life. So to know why we are in this condition, you have to go there and see how it developed until we reached what we reached. Then, knowing the roots, the nature of the malaise, then you can describe how much you can treat this phenomena. And that is what I called crisis of the Muslim mind. We have to understand what is it, how it starts, why it developed in this manner, why we reached to this situation. I think this is necessary if you want to describe how to correct the situation and put the Muslim Ummah in leading of the civilization and helping humans everywhere. That is one aspect. There is another aspect. If we don't also work on that together with the mind, we will fail to achieve anything. It will be as the actual situation we call it khutbah Jum'ah. That is, the Imam will advise, but the people go out and do whatever they want to do. They are not really adopting to that kind of nasiha or advice. For example, no doubt we know that lying is haram, but people listen to the Imam saying it is haram and they go out and live their actual life, which is have a lot of this lying and cheating and what we see in the actual practice in this time. Why? Because there are two parts: your mind and your hawa, your desire. And you may see something is wrong, but you still do it. You know it is right, but you don't do it. The reason, but hawa and desires of the human is not going on the same line with his mind, and that means tarbiyah. So, and the Prophet ﷺ said, خياركم في الجاهلية خياركم في الإسلام إذا فقهوا. The best of you in Jahiliyyah will be the best of you in Islam if they understand their Islam. Meaning, if he is courageous, he will continue courageous. If he is firm, he will be firm. If he is honest, he will be still honest. The other, if he is poor tarbiyah, will be the same person. He won't be courageous, he won't be always telling the truth and so on. But sure, being a Muslim is better than not being a Muslim. So you cannot change the desire of the self, the way it behaves, if you don't take care of that from childhood, and to make it the unconscious of his way of thinking. So that is where we find in our times here, that is a lot of way of tarbiyah which is poor, which is anti-Islam. We go to magic. We go to ayn. They don't understand this. They think that Allah sent angels to tell people kufr, and they say we are fitna for you. That is all. They don't understand the Islam. They don't understand the Quran. They don't and that is why we end up with superstitious, poor, not taking our life seriously. Do what we should, and we know that we are responsible and we can do it. But that's we just sitting fearful. Also, the address to us as Muslims, always not as a mu'min who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love, and he should love Allah. Allah give him a lot of good things and give him chance to be the best of the creation. But they address us not al-Wadud, al-Ghafur, al-Rahim, encouraging us to go back. Allah will be happy with us, will forgive us. No, we talk to us as if we are the people who are really disbelieve, want to suppress others, to make injustice to others. This Allah will be unhappy with them. So they are dealing with us, frightening us. If you fear somebody or you you know, you cannot love him. So we are just fearful, and that is why our relationship with Allah is not love, it is fear. And if you fear or hate, you cannot love. So here we have, and you can see everybody giving orders, and you have to obey until mama, this is what she's doing to the child. The husband, the director, all, just giving order, do not allow the child, or allow the humans to think, take initiatives, be creative. So, and that is really the meaning of life. So it is important that we correct the way we address the Muslim, the humans, bring them close to Allah, starting from day one in their life. For example, if you tell the child, Allah love you, not tell him you love Allah, because you love Allah, he will think, where is this Allah? But when you say Allah loves you, he may not know what is this Allah. But since he loves me, he's good. As simple as that. Developing, always you tell him what Allah giving us, what Allah doing to us. So Allah is helpful, Allah is good, so he will love. Then when he comes after 7, will understand really what is the meaning of Allah, and it is part of his psychology. And then we teach him, the Islamic manners toward the neighbor, toward the relatives, toward the people, toward the weak, to destitute, toward your parents. And when you get to other, the stage after that, he will try to be independent. You respect that, it is positive, but try to have a dialogue, talk to the person, to the young person. Let him see what you understand. Get his trust that you are, want the best for him. So the child will grow very positive, very creative, and inshallah a good Muslim. I may just give one experience, not because anything, but to see one experience, you will understand better what the meaning of what we hear. In my own personal experience, when the oldest son of mine came to adolescence, and of course he wants to be independent, and that's positive, otherwise he will be child all his life. So at that point I called him. I said, Ayman, do you think if your younger brother gets sick, should we give him medicine? He said, yes. I said, if he doesn't like to take medicine, should we listen to him? He said, no. I said, we force him to do the right thing. He said, yes. I said, why? He said, because he doesn't understand. I said, okay, now you think you understand everything, but that is not true. In my age, experience, and always I didn't say no unless it is necessary, because once you repeat no, the child would not listen. So I said, with my experience, age, and this, when I say no, you should know that it is important. He was clever. He told me, but it is possible that you are saying wrong. I said, you are right. But the chance I'm saying the wrong thing, it is 1%. The chance that you saying the wrong thing, it is 99%. Take my risk. So alhamdulillah, we were always friends, talking to each other, very, he is very calm, positive. So here, this is what I say, we have to learn how to raise a child, how to deal with a child. And then you will get a positive, good man, a good human being, loving to Allah, doing his best to achieve what he can, to gain his living, as a fard and as a society with the proper thing. Allah doesn't want anything from us except to live in the right, proper manner. That's all what it is. So here, the mind has to go with tarbiyah, with the psychology. They have to go together. Otherwise, even if you know it's wrong, but you cannot really make use of that. The third aspect, which it is important to make the mind and the psyche go together and be positive and achieve. That is worldview. Who am I? Why am I living? What is my responsibility? And it has to be something which really you feel that you have to do it, and then you will go for it. But if you have no worldview or poor worldview or wrong, then either you do the wrong thing or you really just sit and wait death and just looking for few things just to eat. And this is what is happening to us. We have to recapture this, the Islamic worldview, the Quranic worldview, where you are here Khalifa. You have this chance to do the right thing. And whatever you do, if you do it right, it will be even in eternity right. You will be peaceful in your life, and you will be in happiness and paradise in the hereafter. If you are bad and you really want to kill, to rape, to do crime, to suppress, to make fasad, okay, this is what you choose. So your life will be really, in the real sense, miserable, because you know it's wrong, and it will be in the hereafter also miserable. This, what, and the Quran says, اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Read your book. That is, what you have done. You will, decide, and you see how you decided to be. So that it is you deciding, what kind of fate, if it is in this world or in the hereafter. These people who are really criminal, they are not happy. They are really conscious that it is wrong. But you have the wrong psychology, the wrong mind, so they result in poor behavior, and then poor results in the hereafter. So it is, Allah says, الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنحيينهم حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم بأفضل ما كانوا يعملون. The people who have good belief and amals, good behavior, we will give them peaceful life and good life, and also in the hereafter they will get the good reward. Now, what is good life? Is it money? I think we are wrong if you think it is just money, because if you get it in the wrong manner, it's wrong, and you will be inside, worry. That the result will be, it is going to be bad for him in life or in the after. So, for example, a good government, people will support. If it is no oppressive and and all this kind of thing, they will revolt, assassinations, all these kind of problems. So they always run away from themselves, going into tours, having at night playing card, playing, all kind of things. They are just running away. For the person who do it right and do his best, when night comes, he will go put his head and sleep with good conscience, no fears, no trouble. And that's good life. For example, if we look at life as money, and so look here, if you have, your food table 1 mile long, can you eat more than your stomach? No. If you have a palace of 1,000 rooms, can you sleep except in one room? Do you need more than 2-3 suits? The rest is really is nothing real. So it is important that you do the right thing and you do your best, and for sure you will have a good life here and the hereafter, inshallah. So I think we have to have the right worldview, and we correct our mentality and know how to make good tarbiyah. These three go together, and no doubt, inshallah, the person will be very happy, very effective, and also the whole ummah and the whole all the people, will be really real ummah who is doing, the right thing. So this is how we, can start, inshallah, doing the right job, achieving the right goals, and be the right ummah. Here also I may, I may speak about why we are not ummah. We are not ummah, we are individuals. While the early Muslims, they were ummah, nation. And every species of animals also, they are ummah. That means the species, get together, help each other, but if they are animals, they are to aggress against other. If they are the spiritual ummah, that too they will be doing the right thing, helping. Now, let us see how. There are two concepts. If we mistake how to deal with them, we will end up individuals like us. We have been a billion and a half and going into 2 billions, but we are miserable, we are fighting each other, we are getting the least, all exactly, doing the wrong things to ourselves, and that's why a billion and a half, they have no value. They are not really producing in the real sense. Now, how this happened? There is taskhir, that humans or anybody, they have different abilities and different jobs to work and make life, real. But if we are all the same, we don't need each other. If it is electricity all positive, you won't get to electricity. So taskhir is positive. Difference, one clever, one more cleverer, one medical doctor, the other one engineer, and so on. This is necessary to make life active and meaningful. The other thing, that in human dignity, we are all the same. The president and the manager and the janitor and everybody have this human dignity. But if you don't have enough for living, because you are either not intelligent or because you are sick or whatever it is, then you have no dignity. Well, Allah says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We grant dignity to all humans. And so we can see it in how it happened for the Ummah, the starting of the Ummah and the first generation. Sayyidina Umar says what? Sayyiduna a'taqa Sayyidana. Now, who is the first Sayyidina? Abu Bakr. And he was of the best of Quraysh, and also later when he was a Khalif, Who is that Sayyidina? It is an Ethiopian slave. Of course, being enslaved, he knows very little. He can just be mu'adhin. But in dignity, human dignity, they are both Sayyidina. They are there, respected. So, being in taskhir, sure, Abu Bakr is much higher than Bilal. But in human dignity, they are all the same. But then also, the society should provide always what is necessary for living for everybody, regardless what is their capacity. Some child born, destitute. Now they have to provide him with all his need or her need, and it is their right.